DFW's Cars here with what may be the best like mid-size large sedan out there comparing to like Mazda 6, Altima, etc. We'll talk more about that later in the video, but let's check this car out first. It's pretty cool. You may know Ford used to own Aston Martin, and obviously they took one of the Aston designers and brought him over on this car, especially from the right angle like up here. It's a good looking mid-size sedan. It's probably one of the better ones out there. Mazda 6 is pretty sick, but compared to like the Camry, the old Camry, the outgoing one, or the Accord, I definitely think this car looks a lot more, you know, look at that roof back there, a lot more slick and sporty. Again, that's subjective, but you know, I look at cars all day. It's kind of what I do now. These wheels, I don't particularly like them, but this is the base model. And for a, or not base, but for a midline model, they're pretty nice. I do like the way these wrap around the back there. Very, very nice. And they are LEDs back here as well. So you get LEDs in the front and LEDs in the back, even on the SE trim. The trunk space is very copious. It can hold a BMW M tire and an Arby's bag and still have a lot of space without even folding down the seats. It's not particularly high, but man, if they haven't designed it so this trunk goes way back in there. That's another thing that makes this car one of my favorites. I'll be getting to how it drives very soon, but look at this. Not only can two 6 feet people easily fit, but I can do this. Last time I did this easily was in a Jaguar Van den Pla, the long wheelbase one. This car has a lot of space back here, so I can just, you know, just under 6 feet, just under 6 feet, or just at 6 feet up there, be totally comfortable, safe, and relaxed. It's awesome. Plus the interior is quite nice as well. This is the SE trim, so it's not even like some fully loaded out, spec'd out edition. Really nice interior here. Some of it is actually reminiscent of a Volvo, another company Ford, sorry about that, used to own, especially this. This is definitely right off a Volvo, which is not a bad thing. This is off a Range Rover, another company Ford used to own. They do this on the Explorer for the all-wheel drive system, and here they do it in the transmission. Electronic brake, nice large cup holders there. So this is right off of Volvo. This you may recognize is off Land Rover, I would guess. I mean, I think Jaguar is doing this as well. Two nice large cup holders, e-brake, and because of that, you get this nice long, and it's stitched even on this trim. You know, dual console here, so you got this for storage up top, and then this, you know, it goes nice and deep down. It has an extra accessory port. I don't know what this is, but it's probably an optional feature this car doesn't have. But yeah, you get that optional 12 volt there as well, so that's pretty handy. And then moving on over here, like I said, this is a rental, or I just really don't like smoking in my car. This happens to be a rental car while mine's in the shop. And even the base stereo, it's a 6-speaker stereo, but it's surprisingly good. I'm sure it's similar to the Sony units they use on the high end, just missing the subwoofer and center fill speaker up there, my guess would be. But yeah, look how nice this interior is for something in this class. I'm kind of blown away. Ford, you're killing it. Speaking of killing it, this one has a 4-cylinder, but you probably heard of Ford's EcoBoost engines. They even put it in the Ford GT race car, the Raptor. It's just a marketing term for turbocharged that they use. But look at where the headers are right there. I think these are the headers, correct me if I'm wrong. So it'd be really easy to switch those out on this car. I've never seen anything quite like that. It's obvious this was, you know, made for a much larger engine, this engine bay. So that is pretty cool. Obviously this car's had a harsh life as a rental. It's got about 20,000 miles, so not the cleanest engine there, but gosh, if it doesn't, as we'll talk about in the driver review, if it doesn't perform well. But let's see where these headers go, and let's check out some exhaust. All right, and let's see how that stock exhaust sounds. I'm not expecting much, but who knows? This engine does rev fairly high. That is not what you want to find yourself behind, a A tractor carrying flammable materials. Ha! Yeah, not great.